Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is 3 Buck Theater. And one of the biggest upsets of the year is the slow, subtle execution of the Marvel Netflix series. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. You found out that Iron Fist was killed off, or the show was ended, and you're like, okay, I can, they're going to move him into his own thing. The story will continue. Then it was Luke Cage a couple weeks later, and you're like, wow, okay, that's a little bit bold, but maybe they're going to announce a new show, right? Heroes for Hire is going to be a thing. And then a couple weeks after that, Daredevil gets taken out back with two put in the back of his head, and you're like, what the hell's going on? And then, of course, yesterday they announced the second and final season of The Punisher, maybe. And there's almost like no enjoyment for it because he's like, why? It's going to be over, but it's probably going to be killed off. Same with Jessica Jones season 3. So that leaves the question, that begs the question, what is going to happen with these characters? Where are they going to go? Is it going to go to Disney, Plus? Probably not, because the violence. I suggested Hulu because it's going to be able to play in that realm a lot better. Is it going to go into the movies, right? With the Shang-Chi movie coming out. Great time to put in Daredevil and Luke Cage and Iron Fist because, hey, guess what? They teamed up in the comics. That's probably not going to happen either because they're fast-tracking that movie, which means it probably won't happen if it does until the sequel, which ultimately does make more sense. And the reason why, and this is such a stupid thing, but then this is how contracts and licensing rights work. If the shows get canceled, we will not be able to see them on anything else for 2 years. That's right, 2 years. Says here, don't expect Defenders on Disney streaming service anytime soon. Yeah, because what better way to sit there and instill faith in the customer base that still enjoys these shows than to have this little clause? Netflix should just let that go. They should just let that go because it's stupid if they hold on to it. It really is. Now it says fans of the Marvel television series recently canceled by Netflix who hope to see the shows revived on Disney Plus may be out of luck. Sources tell Variety that the deal for the original 4 Marvel shows includes a clause that prevents characters from appearing in any non-Netflix series or films for at least 2 years after cancellation. That means that Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, which are all canceled this year, could not be coming to the Disney streaming service until 2020 at the earliest. But at the same time, that does also make a lot of sense because they'd have to then figure out a way to revamp everything, right? Because the shows are not going to be violent on Disney Plus. So they have to really tone down Daredevil, which nobody wants that. So it's kind of like, what's the point? But putting it in the movies, that's a different story. And now it kind of opens everything up, right? It kind of opens it up. Phase 4 is going to be coming into play, but the 2019 movies are already locked and loaded. So then the 2020 films could still have some hope there. Now, the chances of the show returning either on their own or as a new installment of The Defenders is a long shot, given the time frame. And even if they do go to Disney Plus as soon as possible, that would be doing so without Jessica Jones, which is set to air its 3rd season sometime in 2019. It's going to probably come out in March 2019. That was a release for season 2 this year, and then Punisher is January. Makes sense to have it go into March. Just saying. And if that show is canceled, which now seems likely, but is by no means a guarantee, it could not go elsewhere until 2021, which means you wouldn't be able to see The Defenders until 2021 at the earliest. Marvel and Netflix declined to comment because of course they did. Of course they did. And I understand it. I get it. I do get it. They are in this weird place right now. Netflix is kind of being a dick. They're being a dick to prove a point. It's not a point that I like or that I respect, but it's a point. They want to make sure that Disney knows they control this one. That was what they put on there. They have control for 2 years to not do anything with it before the rights return back to Marvel. Now, here's the deal, is Marvel is clearly going to use these characters again. They're popular. But the fans who made them popular want the actors in those roles. And actors act. Meaning that if the shows are not going to be contracting them, then they're not going to stick around and wait. They're not going to wait around for the shows to come back. They're all going to move on to other projects. They're all going to go do other things. Schedules are going to become crazy, and they're not going to be able to come in to actually make the show. So this is a situation where really Ted Sarandos at Netflix needs to just go, we give our blessing, do with them what you will, have a lot of fun. But they're not going to do that until they officially cancel Jessica Jones. That's my theory on it, at least. They're not going to do it until they officially cancel that. But The Punisher, because that is a show that is a creation outside of those rules, can come back. So if The Punisher is watched enough, then they'll probably renew it. Here's the thing with that though, too, is when Netflix released the most binged shows of the year, none of the Marvel shows were on it. Now they did claim that had no indication of the show's overall popularity, and social media aggregators or researchers have looked into the Marvel Netflix shows and determined that there wasn't a lot of social media presence, which may indicate that not a lot of people were watching it. But then other people have indicated that Daredevil was the fourth most popular show on Netflix. So there's got to be something going on there that we just don't know about yet that will hopefully come to light. But it's also possible that they're waiting on everything until the Fox Disney deal just goes through, and then miraculously Netflix goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and renew the shows," or something along those lines. I do feel like there's another element at play here that we're unaware of, but we're gonna find out soon enough. Anyway, I leave it to you guys. What are your thoughts on this? Do you feel that this is going to be something that is going to be good, something that's going to be, we're going to eventually see these characters again? Is it totally going to go away? I don't know. I really want to hear your thoughts on this one. Please let me know in the comments below. If you guys also just want to call into our voicemail line, you can do so at 818-350-3281. That's 818-350-3281. And I'll be answering your questions this Sunday on the call-in. Try to keep them about 30 seconds or so. That way I can get to more questions. And I do appreciate everyone watching, leaving your comments and supporting the channel. We're about to cross over 23,000 subs, which is awesome. Thank you guys again. I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.